Tonight we will start the debate with our candidates. We have Max Capalot on the left-hand side of the stage, and we have Jose Fancy on the right-hand side of the stage. And Max Capalot, I'll start with you, sir. Can you give us a brief description of what you stand for and just to introduce yourself?
Yeah, for sure. My name is Max Payne Capalot. I go by Payne. I do indeed. No last name is Capalot, but I do go by Payne. I stand for fairness, honestly, and make sure to love everyone, and that's what I'm here for, is to show fairness to everyone.
Thank you for that, Max. And how about you, Jose? Can I have an introduction and what you stand for?
Yes, sir. My name is Jose Fancy. I am an officer in the LSPD. I'm here to not necessarily lower the crime rate, do anything like that. I'm here to bring fair jobs to the city, jobs that you can do and feel like you're having fun, not go down mining, doing all that sort of slave work. I want you guys to have fun while you're doing jobs. I want you to actually feel like you're living in the city, not feeling like you're bound to chains and you have to do certain stuff to make money. I want you to actually have options.
Thank you. Great introductions for the both of you guys. All right, so I'm going to go over the rules of this debate. Obviously, we have to have some type of structure here. We can't just talk over each other. Although I am hosting, I will be acting as a non-biased moderator. So I'll have a series of questions for each candidate, one by one. Each candidate will have an allotted time of 1 minute to answer the question. When you have 10 seconds left on the timer, I will put my hands up as a visual cue. The other candidates will then have the ability to rebuttal or give a response for 1 minute during their response. After my series of 12 questions, anybody in the audience will then be able to ask the questions directly to the candidates on stage. These questions can be directed to both candidates or one specific candidate. The same rules will then apply for those questions where a candidate will have 1 minute to answer the question and 1 minute for a rebuttal from the opposition. Any questions about the rules today, Max or Jose?
Totally understood.
You repeat the first part for me, sorry.
Sure. So I'm acting as a non-biased moderator. I'll have a series of questions for each of you, one by one. Each candidate will have an allotted time of 1 minute to answer the question, after which one candidate can respond for 1 minute. Does that cover it for you?
Yes, sir.
All right. So I'll start with you, Max, on question number 1. What makes you stand out from the other candidate on stage here today?
Experience. I'm part of city council at the moment, head of the committee at the budget committee. I know what it's like, having the pressure on you and the people waiting on you, and that the experience is what I have on them.
Awesome. So experience in a government elected power. So same question for you, Jose. What makes you stand out from the other candidate on stage here today?
Well, obviously, I'm a part of LSPD. I have to go into work every day, face almost near-death experiences, Figuring out how the city works, pretty fun. Figuring out how the crime works, figuring out how all the civilians work. And over time, I feel like I've, overcome a bunch of situations, and I feel like I'll overcome this situation as well.
Beautiful, beautiful. Any rebuttal from you, Max?
No, sir.
All right, we'll move on to the next question. Starting with you again, Max, what are your top 3 priorities if you were to become elected?
Top 3 priorities are keeping all the committees I have at city council in check, definitely, and possibly adding one. Pillbox. I heard they have some situations over there. Definitely want to help them out. And the people. I want to help the businesses that do things for the city, such as set up events. I want to help them out with the budget committee and just do my best,
Beautiful, beautiful. And then how about you, Jose? What are your top 3 priorities if you get elected?
Almost like he said earlier, fairness, of course, bringing fairness to all the citizens with, money, loans, all that good stuff, crimes as well. Trying to bring down the crime rate. It would be nice to not have as much crime, but I get it, you guys have to do crime because there's not enough jobs and there's not enough, fun things to do other than doing crimes. So good good jobs, bring good jobs to the city, and education, I guess, educate as many people as possible. I want to get a possible schooling system started up for everybody that, needs to learn all that good stuff. That way you can, do better jobs. You don't have to do construction, have to do mining, stuff like that. Good education, bring education to the people.
Well said. Thank you, sir. All right, so I'll mix it up. This time I'll ask you, Jose, how do you plan to support business owners in the city?
Well, as I've been going around the city, some businesses haven't really been given fair loans and given fair pay grades, given anything fair, really. As to where other bigger businesses, they're, more towards the middle of the city, more people coming in daily, those businesses get way more money, way more profit, way more stuff like that. I want to bring an app to the system, not just some Twitter, an app that you can go on to and you can express how your business works. Give all of the people that in there all of their names, put it on there, and just basically, let everybody know, hey, my business is great. I want you to come down here, not because you have to, but because you want to. I want you to spend time with my employees. I want you to figure out how my business works.
Beautiful. And same question for you, Max. How would you support business owners in the city if you were elected?
I mean, definitely work with the budget committee. We know what they're capable of. As head of budget committee right now, I know what they're capable of. Excuse me. I also just want to bring up, I don't really know, I don't think Mr. Fancy over here really knows what he's talking about. He's saying that some businesses got more money than others. That is correct, but that's because they needed the more money. Every, same business got the same amount of grant. So restaurants got the same, like I said, fairness. Mechanic shops all got the same. Weed dispensaries got the same. I don't really know what you're trying to get at with that, but yeah.
All right, if that's everything from you, Max, would you like to rebuttal that, Jose?
Yes, I would. It wasn't mostly on, the payment of each business. It was the fact that, like I said, there's buildings, my bad. Buildings in the middle of the city that, bring way more attention, and then buildings on the outskirts of the city, like down by Grove Street, Grove Street gas station. It's not getting as much people as the gas station down by Legion. It's not getting as much people, coming in buying gas, buying food, buying all that sorts of stuff. I want all of the businesses to have the same opportunity with customers coming in, customers coming out, and just give everybody as much people and as much roly-poly, you would say, in their shop.
All right, thank you. Thank you for explaining your plan. If you're good with it, Max, if you don't have any rebuttal, we'll move on to the next question.
I mean, definitely, that's up to the people. I'm not here to change the way that people act, the way that people do things. You can't really change where people go. You can't make them choose where they go. I don't, that's just a...
Thank you. Any rebuttal from you, Jose?
Yes, I'm not telling them where to go. I'm not making them change where they go. I'm giving them options. I'm letting them know that there is other businesses to go to. I'm giving those businesses chances to provide, evidence and reasons why that they should go to their business, other than just posting out at Twitter. I want them to be able to have their own website that they can post stuff on, and like I said earlier, tell everybody why their business is better than somebody else's business.
Thank you for that response. And one last rebuttal is available from you, Max, if you'd like. Go ahead.
Oh, good. Thank you.
All right, we will move on to the next question. All right, next question is, what would you most like to change from how the previous mayor administration operated? Max, we'll start with you on that one.
Honestly, Mr. Patel did great things. If I could, there is really nothing that I'd want to change. In my opinion, he's a great role model. He did things the exact way I would do things, and he was amazing at what he did. Great job.
Nice, short and sweet. And same question for you, Jose. What would you like to change from how the previous mayor administration operated?
Like he said, there's not really much that would change. He was a really great mayor, other than the fact of awareness. See, as my time as an officer of the law, I don't think I'd ever even known about a mayor. I didn't know that there was a mayor in the city for a while until, this upcoming election. I didn't feel like there was enough people that knew that there was somebody out there watching them, letting them know, hey, everything's gonna be alright, the city is under control, I got you. I want to be that type of person to let all the citizens know that I am here for you. I am 100% gonna be watching you, not the weird way, watching you, letting you know that everything is alright.
All right, thank you, sir. Any rebuttal from you, Max?
Question to the people out there. Did anybody not know that Mr. Patel was mayor?
In my opinion, he did a wonderful job. Just because he's not mentioned constantly means he's doing his job.
Thank you.
All right, any rebuttal from you, Jose?
No, sir.
All right, all right. Next question, and we'll start with you on this one, Jose. Can you name some ways that you would support Sandy Shores and Paleto Bay if elected?
Like I was saying earlier, businesses in the city, towards the middle of the city, get way more attention, more attractions. And with that website that I was talking about earlier, I believe that, businesses in Sandy would be able to go on there as well, and they'd be able to share how their business functions. Like I said earlier, all the employees and all that stuff, give a brief description on it. And if people really wanted to go up there, then they would. And we'll also set up a functioning motel, if possible, where people can go in, they can stay in, because right now there's not really any stable sort of housing that you can live in. So I believe a motel would be nicer for the lower end civilians and the people that want somewhere to stay temporarily, not somewhere to stay for your whole life.
Thank you for that, sir. And same question for you as well, Max. Can you name some ways that you'd support Sandy Shores and Paleto if elected?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like I said, I'm not here to change the way that people do things or where they go. I definitely think that's an amazing idea. Putting an apartment up there, building a complex up there so people can, reside up there is definitely great. Definitely big ups to you for thinking about that. But honestly, I would just keep name dropping them. Just remind them how good, they're doing. The people up at Sandy, up at Paleto, they've been doing great building these businesses up and doing their own thing. I'm just going to keep that going, make sure everyone's on their A game,
Great. Any response to that, Jose?
No, sir.
Beautiful. And a nice agreed point on that one. All right, so next question. And I'll start with you again, Jose. This will be very relevant. What is your general opinion on all police departments and how they perform in the city?
See, as a member of the LSPD, I believe that I have a really good point of view on this since, I'm a part of it. With LSPD and SHP and, Highway Patrol, all that good stuff, I believe that we're not necessarily the best at what we do. See, I believe that we're good and, we have the right intentions, but I don't believe that we're trained enough. Most cadet trainings that go on are pretty short, pretty brief. I believe that we need to extend that. I don't believe it needs to be a 2-hour training. I believe it needs to be over like 3 days, at least over 3 days worth of training on different subjects each day. I believe that every cadet needs an extensive amount of training before they can put on a suit, go around and patrol in a police car.
Awesome. Thank you for that response. Same question to you, Max. What is your general opinion on all police departments and how they perform in the city?
My opinion is that they've done a great job. They went from sort of zero to hero thing. In the past 3 months where Mr. Patel has been mayor, he's helped them build, where they are now. He's helped them from the ground. There's definitely some things that, they still need to work on. I definitely want them working with Bastion Security to create sort of a team, a bigger team, a stronger team to help with these raids, these higher criminals, just to take care of them, to take care of the raids and things, train them. But I will be actively working with the Commissioner's office to voice the public's concerns and problems.
Awesome. Any response to that, Jose?
No, sir.
Beautiful. Moving right along, you guys. So, next question. If you were to lose the election, what would you continue to do to make the city a better place? We'll start with you on that one, Max.
To make it a better place, I would run for city council again. Go back to my ways and become the head of the budget committee again. I feel that the budget committee was necessary. It was needed for all these businesses. I think it's going to get used way more than it was before, especially with the recession that we just had. and I think it's a great way to help the city elevate and grow and get everyone together, sort of thing, you know?
Beautiful. Thank you for that answer. And same question to you, Jose. What is your position on? Oh, wrong question. Oh, okay. Well, is it just my eyes, or did he head pop?
Intermission, question mark?
CJ for mayor.
Yep, intermission.
Oh, man. Holy shit, I hit the jackpot.
Hey, sir, what is that in your hands? It's really shiny.
It's mine. I found me a couple diamond rings.
Oh, wow. I mean, do you mind if I, give you a couple of $100 just to take it off your hands?
You might dress nice, but you're not fooling me. I'd rather cut out the middleman and go straight to North Pond over at Postal 675. They guarantee the best prices in town.
Well, since you put it that way, maybe I should head down there with you because I need to find out how much I can get for selling my ex-wife's ring.
Sure, let's go.
Oh, perfect.
If you were to lose the election, what would you continue to do to make the city a better place?
First off, whoever did win and whoever became mayor, I would try and offer them as much support as possible, and if unwanted, I would go back to, putting on my police uniform every day, protecting the city as much as possible, and being the best me that I can be.
Awesome, beautiful. So moving on to the next question, I'll ask this one for you, Max. What is your position on gun laws for the city, and would there be any changes if you were elected?
Honestly, I would listen to the public. I definitely would listen to the public. I don't think there's anything wrong with the gun laws at the moment. If anybody remembers, I did pass a law with the current city council and Mr. Patel for some gun attachments to be lawful, and I believe that those have been useful. Nothing bad has come from them, and if the public doesn't want to change, then I don't think there should be a change.
What about shotguns?
What was that?
Please hold your questions until the end. We will have a moment for audience questions. All right. Same question to you, Jose. What is your position on gun laws for the city, and would there be any changes if you were elected?
Not particularly with the gun laws, but with the weapon license, if there were citizens in need, citizens newer to the city, and they had good enough reasoning to have a weapon license, it wouldn't cost money. It would be free. It would be paid for by, the government. It would be free of charge if had good enough reasoning, because, some citizens out here are having to buy guns illegally due to the fact of them not being able to afford a weapon license, cops telling them no because the way that they dress, the way that they look possibly. I just, want everybody to have a fighting chance in the city.
Awesome, thank you. And any rebuttal for that one, Max?
No, sir.
All right, thank you. And moving on. Next question we'll ask for you, Jose. What would you do to support the fire department and EMS departments if you were elected?
So with the EMS department, I've been hearing a lot of stuff that's been happening with them recently, and most of that is due to the fact that they're not having a good enough pay rate. They're having to come out here and do crimes daily because they don't get paid enough as EMS. And I want to change that. I want to give EMS a higher payroll, and I don't want them to have to do crimes. And if they are caught doing crimes, I sadly believe that they should be let go of their position, and that somebody else should take their position.
Awesome, well put. And for you, Max, I'll ask the same questions. What would you do to support the fire department and EMS departments if you were elected?
I definitely agree with raising their pay. Obviously, there was some things that went wrong with the last EMS chief, and I know that Mr. Patel has appointed a new one. But I have been hearing some things here and there about EMS and Pillbox and how they don't think the right person got elected. Personally, I will be talking to every employee at Pillbox, see how they feel about the situation, see if they believe somebody else should have been elected as chief, and go from there. For FD, I definitely will have to get in talks with their chief, their head of the department, to get better known about the situation that's going on over there. I haven't really heard much, so I'm guessing they're doing really well. But again, I'm not too sure.
Awesome, thank you for that. Any response from you, Jose?
Same on the fire department, like I said, or like I didn't say, like he said, sorry. Fire department's been doing really good. I haven't heard anything on that. Keep up the good work, fire department.
Awesome, awesome. Any response from you on that one, Max?
All good?
Beautiful. Moving on. This is the second to last question, and the question is, are there any laws that your administration would work to change if elected? Starting with you, Max.
Right off the bat, definitely not. Definitely not. I would have to listen to my city council when they get elected and listen to the public, see if they're looking for any changes, and go from there. Just go from there. Listen to the public.
Awesome, short and sweet, love it. And same question for you, Jose. Are there any laws that your administration would work to change if elected?
Honestly, same on what he said. I haven't heard of any laws that have been, necessarily bad or evil towards the public. I will, like he said, listen to the public though, and make sure that they don't have any problems with the current laws going on. There are a couple of charges that aren't necessarily correct that have been added to people because we don't have all the correct charges. I want to add all of the correct charges to the city if possible. Ensuring that everybody's getting a fair charge and not random charges because we don't have the other one.
Gotcha. Any response from you on that one, Max?
No, sir.
All right. So this is the final question before we open the panel up to the community in attendance today. The final question starting with you, Jose. What is one promise that you can guarantee that you will keep if you become elected?
Fair jobs. Everybody will receive fair jobs. Nobody will have to be sitting out there mining every 24 hours of the day. You'll, have a fair chance in the city, a fighting chance in the city. Other than that, I just want you guys to have an actual job that you can do. Like, trucking, trash job, mining, all that stuff makes you money, right? But it doesn't feel like you're making money. It feels like you're sitting there rotting away and earning penny by penny by penny by penny until you can, afford one car that you like. Sitting there for 24 hours so you can buy one car isn't really worth it, in my opinion.
Awesome. And same question to you, Max. What is one promise that you can guarantee that you will keep if you become elected?
Like I said at the beginning, and I'll finish with it, fairness. Fairness and equality is the one promise I can keep.
Well said, well said. All right, so at this time, sorry, Jose, did you have any rebuttal to that?
No, sir.
Okay, beautiful. So at this time, what we'll do is we'll open up the panel to people in the audience, and what we'll do is we'll keep it nice and orderly. So anybody that has a question, please come up to the front and form a single file line, and you will ask your question if you're in front, and then once you're done, you will move to the back of the line if you have another, or you'll go back to your seat. Any questions about that? All right, just a single file line right here at the front. And we will start with you, sir. That is now in front here. You looking spiffy. What's your name, sir?
I am everybody's favorite friend, Johnny Sins.
Johnny Sins. Is your question for both candidates or for one candidate?
Absolutely for both, starting with Mr. Capalot.
All right, go ahead and ask.
Mr. Capalot, who's going to be your deputy mayor?
Great question, great question. My deputy mayor is going to be a genius, billionaire, playboy, philanthropist, CEO of Bastion Security, Sean Duffy.
Awesome. And for you, Jose, who's your deputy mayor?
It would be for my fellow officer, David Jones. I've been riding with him for a while, and I think he's a really great person.
Awesome, beautiful. Did you have any follow-up question for that, sir, Mr. Sins?
No, I did not. Thank you.
All right. Next up, I know your name, but go ahead and tell everybody your name.
Riley Sins.
Riley, is your question for both candidates or one candidate?
Oh, please.
All right, sure, go ahead and ask.
There's been an issue with people camping outside of the distros after each tsunami and emptying them out so that other people don't have a chance to buy from them. How do you plan on fixing that?
We'll go ahead and start with you, Jose.
I would limit everybody, to a certain amount. with like the city, you'd only be able to buy a certain amount. Even if it restocked, there was like 100 toolkits in there, you'd only be able to buy 20, say like every 24 hours. So nobody was overbuying. Even if a tsunami did happen, they'd have to wait until the next day to buy stuff from.
All right, and same question for you, Max.
Can you repeat the question, Miss Sims?
There's been an issue with people sitting outside of distros and outside of the distros and warehouses and emptying them out so that, and then selling the things at higher prices, like pickaxes, for example. How are you going to fix that?
That's definitely something that I'll have to talk about those business owners or managers with. That definitely should not be happening. I don't think that's quite frankly fair in general. And I hope I can do something about it and, you know, just talk with them, see what's going on, why they're doing it, and possibly put an end to it.
Awesome. Any rebuttal from you on that one, Jose?
No, sir.
All right. Any follow-up question for you, Riley?
Nope, thank you.
All right, beautiful. Next in line, may I have your name, please?
My name is Luffy.
Luffy, nice to see you again, brother. And is your question for one or both candidates?
One, for the officer.
All right, so for the officer, yeah, go ahead and ask.
You speak about increasing the rates per job and everything. However, by increasing that, you would be destabilizing the economy with significant amounts of inflation. What would be your solution in order to control that?
Well, sir, with the economy right now, the only way that you can buy vehicles and upgrade them is by doing crime or by, you know, being a business owner. So I personally don't think it would be destroying the economy. I think it'd be making it fair for everybody.
Any follow-up question from you, Luffy?
Yes, actually, I would actually like Max to answer if he had a solution for that as well.
Honestly, the higher payment to me would only occur to the fire department and the police department, in my opinion. I don't think, obviously the truckers is definitely one big part. I don't think it's going to inflate that much the way that people think it will. There's only one way to find out. And if it does inflate, I'll bring it back down. But, you know, I'm not really aiming, that's not my main point of being mayor.
No, I'm just trying to understand what the solution of inflation would be. I appreciate your guys' time. Thank you.
Thank you for your
All
question.
right. Thank you, Luffy. Next in line, may I have your name, please?
My name is Ashton Bach.
All right, Mr. Ashton, is your question for one or both candidates?
It's going to be to Mr. Max, I believe.
Yes, Max Payne over here on the left. Go ahead and ask.
What do you plan on doing to support civilians with their jobs?
What do I plan on doing to support civilians with their jobs? Is that what you asked? I'm sorry.
Correct.
I mean, higher pay is definitely, you know, that's definitely something about it, but that's not all that I want to do. I want to get in talks with them, see what's going on, see if they need any help with anything else, you know, before the payments come. I definitely don't want all my solutions to have to do with money. That, to me, just isn't the right way to take care of things. Again, I just have to talk with them, see what they think is wrong, see how I can help better them, and, you know, what they think.
Okay.
Do you mind if I go?
Awesome. Thank you, Max. And then did you want to ask the same question as well to Mr. Jose?
Negative. It's just Mr. Max.
Okay. And then any follow-up questions, sir?
Yeah. What I was saying was not about the pay, it was on about their jobs. Do you have any plans of making it funner for them instead of sitting away in the mines, potentially getting robbed by criminals?
Do I have a way? I mean, to be honest with you, not really. I mean, people do their jobs as they want to. You know, they have this feeling that, you know, today they want to go mining and tomorrow they might want to go fishing, and the day after that they might want to go hunting. Everyone has their cliche, everyone has their thing that they want to do, and I'm not going to stop people from doing that. I want things to, you know, I want them to be able to do things that they like, that they enjoy doing. And if it's a problem with, you know, with themselves, I hope that they can bring it up to me and tell me what's going on, and hopefully there's a fix. I mean, definitely with the mining stuff and people getting, you said they were getting, robbed over there. If that's genuinely an issue, I can always speak with my deputy mayor, CEO of Bastion Security, and possibly just have a security up there with a payment plan going, so he could just, take care of the people that are mining.
Awesome. Any follow-up question from that, Ashton?
Yes. Do you have any plans on creating more civilian jobs, as mining, fishing, and hunting get very repetitive severely quick?
At the moment, no, but if anybody has an idea, please, I would love to hear ideas and see where I can go with that.
Awesome. Thank you, Max. We'll only allow one more follow-up question for you, Ashton. Any more follow-up questions?
Negative.
All right. Thank you.
Hey, I'm Beckett Miller, owner of North Pawn Shop. We guarantee you the best prices in town and 100% satisfaction. Come up to Postal 675 and let's make a deal.
North Pawn, we offer the best prices in town.
Next person in line, please give me your name.
Hey guys, I'm Izzy. I have a question for Max and the officer, I guess, but mainly towards Max.
All right, sure, go ahead.
Okay, so in the past we've had some mayors, right? And some of them have been kind of dirty and had a criminal background. Yeah, I know some people have had criminal backgrounds before the recession and whatnot. But, there's been some rumors out here, maybe criminal organizations in your name. Is this true or is this false?
What do you mean by that? What do you,
Well, I've been hearing some stuff, okay? And, maybe that your name had been brought into this criminal organization. And I don't know if this is still happening, but we need to know this. Are you gonna be a dirty mayor like the others, or are you actually gonna run this city well?
I'm absolutely not going to be a dirty mayor. I'm not too sure as what you're speaking on. I mean, obviously I have friends that I hang around with, and I'm not too sure what they do or, what they want to do with their life. But no, I'm not, not associated with anybody.
Okay.
And did you want to ask any more?
No, that's it.
All right, that's it from Izzy. Any final questions from anybody else in the audience that has not stepped up yet? All right, beautiful. All right, everybody, thank you for coming out to the mayoral debate of 2023. This debate was between two candidates, Max Payne and Jose Fancy. The other candidates that did not make it out are not necessarily disqualified, but hopefully today will help you make an educated vote. This has been Chester Bedingfield with Weasel News. Thank you for coming.